Hey guys, this is ANDREWBALLINA 3 here, back once again, and tonight I'm going to be doing a contest entry. This is a contest entry into one of my good friends on here, ANDREWBALLINA. He's doing a Halloween horror contest from now until October 13th. And he basically just asked us 3 questions, and I decided to go ahead and enter. Not only because I'm a huge fan of his channel, but also because I got to get some of those prizes he has. He's actually going onto eBay and he's picking up some really awesome horror t-shirts, and once I saw those, I just had to enter. Like, I gotta have one of those shirts. So he basically asked us 3 questions. The first question is what sort of rare or limited edition horror movie would you love to have in your collection? And when I thought about that, I was like, there's a lot of really cool limited editions of movies that I already own that I'd love to have, like the Halloween, the 35th anniversary commemorative set, or the limited edition set of Suspiria, the 3-disc limited edition. Those are some limited releases that I'd really love to have in my collection because they come up with some really great stuff. But if I had to pick one rare movie, at first I wanted to pick a film, like an independent film, like maybe Subconscious Cruelty, or infamous movie like Men Behind the Sun or things like that. But the thing about it is that now all those movies are now available on YouTube. I can watch those on YouTube. So now it's kind of hard for me to pick a rare movie that I'd really love to have in my collection, because I can easily go on YouTube or I can just Google it and I can actually watch the whole film online now. Which, in one way it's good because now a lot of movies I want are actually really expensive, so I don't have to, I don't have to spend money on it. But on the other side, it kind of defeats the purpose of getting the DVD, which I'd rather have the movie on DVD personally, but since I really don't have to do that anymore, it's easier just to watch it online. But if I had to pick a rare DVD, it'd be like probably Subconscious Cruelty. That's one movie that I've actually seen, I really enjoy, and I love to have a copy of it. And for my limited edition DVD, probably the Suspiria 3-disc limited edition. That set looks really great. Comes with 2 DVDs, a CD of the soundtrack, a booklet, and some poster cards, and that's a really awesome set. So that's my first question. That's my first answer, I mean. The second question is, what horror movie have you not seen yet that you are planning on watching this October? For me, that one is definitely Rob Zombie's The Lords of Salem. Now, I know that Rob Zombie is a love-hate thing for people. Either you really like him and his music, or you really don't. I personally really enjoy his music and his films. I actually got a chance to see Rob Zombie on stage with Alice Cooper, which was amazing. Alice Cooper is a legend of rock, and Rob just blew off. He had one of the best live performances I've ever seen, so I love Rob Zombie for his music. I really enjoy his music. He brings a lot of good power and a lot of good energy to it, and he does to his films as well. I personally enjoy almost all of his films. I really liked House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. Also, I actually enjoyed his remake to Halloween. I know a lot of people don't like it, but he brings a lot of good energy, and he makes a lot of good originality to his films. And yeah, I was really glad that he didn't, when he was doing the Halloween, he didn't just stick to the original story. He brought in his own stuff and made it his own film, while at the same time keeping true to the original. So The Lords of Salem is a movie I've been really wanting to see for a long time. Unfortunately, where I live, they didn't play it anywhere in theaters. I guess it's because where I live is very Christian and everybody's all gaudy and everything like that. So, of course, a movie about witches is not going to fly well, But I'm not going to get into religion and that. But yeah, The Lords of Salem is definitely a movie I'm going to be watching. My friend let me borrow it because I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to watch it first, and if I like it, I might buy it. And I'll also do a review of it on my channel. So Lords of Salem is one movie I'm really checking out. Now the third and final question is, what is your top 5 favorite slasher flicks? I'm a huge fan of slasher movies. I could think about tons of them. I could have done a top 10, but when I was deciding to do on the top 5, I didn't want to just pick the same movies over and over again. I wanted to pick something different, and some ones that some other people would not see, so I'm going to go and get started on it. The first one is, I really like this movie because it's really original, and yeah, it's just like, even though the story has been done before, about a serial killer going out and murdering women, the whole idea that what it's like in his room. It's really cool and really original, and it is Maniac. And one reason why I really like this one is because it's I think it's very realistic. I could really see a man, you know, being completely obsessed with women and stuff like that, and getting a bunch of, you know, dolls, like, you know, mannequins, and putting them all up in his room, and, you know, just being around all that. It's just a really creepy idea, but at the same time, I can actually see, you know, serial killer actually doing this. And when I was watching this movie, it kind of felt a bit like I was watching on the Biography channel, you know, a documentary about a serial killer, because it actually does seem like something a real serial killer would do. So I really enjoyed Maniac just for that. Also, there's some really good kills in it. It's a really great movie. And yeah, and of course Tom Savini does the gore effects, so you can't go wrong with that. So Maniac is my number 5 slasher flick. My number 4 is going to be on this double feature, and it's not My Bloody Valentine. If this was a top 10 list, My Bloody Valentine would be in it. But for me, it's April Fool's Day. Now, I really enjoyed it just because of the ending. I did not see the ending coming. Usually in movies like this, you know, all the people are being, you know, killed and whatnot, and in these movies you're always thinking, all right, well, one of these people has got to be the killer, you know. So you're just waiting until the very end for it to be revealed, and instead it goes a different way, and you're just kind of like, oh, okay, so that's how they're going to go with it. So that's cool. That's one reason I liked it, because I did not see the ending coming. I didn't think that it was going to end that way, and I was really surprised by it. So April Fool's Day is one of my favorite slasher flicks. I really enjoyed that one, and if you have not seen it, I definitely recommend it. This is a double feature. I think it's available now on a separate DVD or Blu-ray, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, April Fool's Day. Now my number 3, I know a lot of people might not consider this a horror flick, or I mean a slasher flick, and more of a supernatural flick than slasher, but I'd still consider I consider it more of a slasher supernatural movie, but it's Suspiria. I've talked so much about this movie. The main reason why it's one of my favorites is just the opening scene. I mean, you can't go right. Once you first see that, it really sets the mood for the movie, and it's really, really, you know, graphic, really gory. And yeah, Suspiria is one of my favorite movies. Definitely one of my favorite slashers. Now, my number 2 is a bit different, because even though he doesn't actually stab people in this one, and you might, you know, put this on as another supernatural flick, but it is A Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, I know so many people are gonna put this in their lists, but I'm going to, because it's one of my favorite horror films. I love Freddy Krueger. He's one of the best, most iconic slashers and movies, and, you know, just any scenes like this, you know, scenes with him with the knives, of course, you know, you gotta put that in. Even though a lot of people would not consider this a slasher flick, I kind of do, because he's slashing people with knives. I mean, what more could you want? And of course, the acting is really amazing, especially with Robert Englund. He puts out an amazing performance in this, and a really, really great, you know, really great. Of course, also Heather Langenkamp is really great in it as well. So that's my number 2. And my number 1, I'm not even going to get into it, because I've talked about this movie countless times, and I'm sure everybody's going to guess. It's my favorite horror movie, Halloween. The granddaddy of all slasher flicks. Even though it's not the first one, I definitely say that this is the best slasher movie, in my opinion, you know. I think some people would argue Friday the 13th, and if this was a top 10 list, I would have put Friday the 13th in there. But I'm going to have to say Halloween, my favorite. It's my classic, you know. So that is it, Andrew. That is my contest entry. Good luck to everybody else who joined the contest. You know, I really hope everybody's doing well. For those of you who want to join this contest, I'll leave a link to the video down below. You have to be a subscriber to his channel, and you have to already be a subscriber. So if you want to join, I definitely recommend subscribing to him, and, you know, just joining the contest, because you're supporting a really great guy, and there's a lot of really good, you know, a lot of really good prizes. So yeah, but thanks for watching. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I was planning on going to go see the new Metallica movie, but unfortunately, I don't think it's playing here either. Just like the Lords of Salem, I have to wait until it's out on DVD. But yeah. Anyway, guys, hope everybody's having a good weekend. Good luck to everybody in the contest, and thank you, Andrew, for putting on a really great one. So I'll see you guys later.